Hi there, my name is Sean. I'm selling this 2022 Ember Overland Series MDB221. This is a quick walk around to show you the trailer. Right now I have it set up kind of like you'd have a campsite, and I'll show you around with this, and then afterwards show it in road mode. So the front here, we got our batteries. These are upgraded from what came from the factory instead of lead acid. They're lithium ion phosphate epoch batteries. There's 210 amp hours total here, so that should be usually pretty good for keeping you going for a while off-road without hookups. Over here you have your control for the hitch, tongue jack. This is one of the upgrades we added to the trailer. We have True Course. It's kind of a cool sway control kind of thing. Basically, the trailer seems like it's starting to sway uncontrollably. It engages the trailer brakes automatically for you, so it's a nice safety device. Up here, we have our propane tanks. Another thing we've added are these gas stop safety devices. Great, basically if they detect too much flow, they automatically cut off the gas. This can give just some nice reassurance. You can see here one of the side cameras. Basically have two blind spot cameras and a backup camera on the trailer. Here you can see the pass-through bay. You can see it's a pretty good size. You get a pretty good amount of stuff in here. You also have your charge controller for the solar. It's 200 watts of solar on the roof. And the Level Mate Pro, which makes it super easy to get the trailer leveled out when you get to a campsite. Down here, you can kind of see these are the stabilizers. These are kind of neat, as opposed to kind of your traditional stabilization things. It's called these quick drops. You can put them up and down with just your electric drill. And since they kind of have this triangle shape, they really keep things stable. Like once these are down, you're really rock solid. It's gonna be really nice. Here you can see the awnings out. Works great, holds up good, but as usual, I wouldn't leave it out in the wind. Door, all pretty standard stuff. Really solid steps, which is nice. I think that's actually what they're called, Leopard. Over here, have the wheels. The suspension on these things, it's kind of crazy. So it's independent spring suspension on each one. So this thing really tows. Super great, super easy. Here we have, outlets that run off the inverter, or shore power, and a spray port for a spray hose if you need to wash your shoes off or something as you're coming in. The trailer does have these built-in chocks. I found them to not be great. I generally wouldn't recommend them, but they're there. As you can see, we still have kind of regular rubber chocks. We'll include those with the trailer. Here is your outdoor kitchen. This is great. The griddle here, it's not something I can easily open with one hand, but let's see if we can make it. Basically push those two things down and give it a tug. Hey, two hands is definitely much easier. One hand with the camera, it's a little tricky. But yeah, so it's a really nice griddle. It's like super thick steel. Cooks super even. It's also nice in that you can actually set it to low and it's actually going to stay on. It's not just going to go out when you set it to low. And here's the mini fridge. Yeah, not much to say. It's a mini fridge. It's really convenient having it out here. In here you have another outlet and a little light. It'd be nice if you're camping at night. Reminds me there's a light strip up along on the inside of the awning. Again, kind of be nice when you're working out at night. Here is our back door. This is the rear access door, which is great for getting long stuff in and out. If you have a bike or a kayak or something like that. This bunk can actually lift up. If you pull that pin up front there, folds in half, so you can easily just get some bikes or taller stuff in there if you want to do that while you're traveling. You got a full-size spare, which is always nice in case anything happens while you're going down the road. You got that backup camera I mentioned. This is a hookup point for a ladder to access the roof. We'll include the kind of collapsible ladder that goes with that. What else we got here? That's your sewer, so that's your black and gray tank output. It's nice they're combined, just to have one thing to hook up and you're good to go. This is neat. This is something we added. So instead of your regular kind of twist connector for power, it's called Smart Plug. You basically just push it in and it clicks. Way easier. You don't need to worry about is it twisted on there enough. It's really nice. There's another one of those hookups for the ladder here. It's good for checking if there's any debris or stuff on top of the slide if you need to do that. Yeah. Again, kind of looking at the wheels and tires down here. This is a slide out. It's a good size. It gives you some nice room on the inside, but it's not so big that you're gonna have issues at pretty much any campsite. We've never really had any problems there. Over here is our wet bay. So here, you can see it's kind of one of those Nautilus panels. So basically, just turn those knobs to whatever's on the picture for what you're trying to do. Works great. Also, you can use the pump to pull in something when you're sanitizing the system or winterizing it. It's great. Your gray and black tank releases are here, as is your hot water bypass for when you're sanitizing and winterizing. There's also a shower output here for that is hot and cold. So when you do it after a shower, it's great. There's also a thing where you can hook up some external solar panels. We never use it, but presumably it works fine. Over here you have your tank heaters. These are great if you're camping in the cold. Keeps things from freezing. And this is the on-off for your inverter, which is right up top there. And your battery disconnect. It's all pretty standard stuff. Moving to the inside. Come on in. As you can see, you got lots of space with the slide out. Easy to get around, pretty comfortable. And you can see nice kitchen setup here. Lots of storage. Right up here when you first come in, it's all your control panels. So you have all your tank statuses, lights, water pump, controls for the slide and the awning. This is for your water heater. Oh, and these are for some tank sensors we have on the propane tanks to tell you how full it is. It's worth mentioning here with the water heater, it's kind of cool. And the furnace can run off of both gas and electric. If it's just running off electric, it's not going to be the warmest, but it's definitely better than nothing. And if you have both available, it can definitely cut back on how much propane you're using. But it can also just run on just propane and the house battery if you're boondocking or something. So that's good. Let's see. Yeah, here kitchen. 2-burner setup with the propane. It's a little interesting in that it doesn't have a starter, but given that's usually the first thing that breaks on these things, it's pretty good. I can fold back there. Similar to outside is actually also really nice in that the temperature adjustments are real. It's not just kind of on or off. You can actually get it pretty low, which can be nice if you're actually cooking inside. Let's see, what else? Fridge. It's a 12-volt fridge, so you can leave it running down the road and not worry about having your propane hooked up or whatever. It's a really good size. Freezer is solid. All that's really great. And it has the lock to make sure that you don't lose everything as you're going down the road. Next up, we can go look in the bathroom here. It's a decent sized bathroom given the size of the trailer. The shower's comfortable. I'm 6 foot and feel pretty comfortable being in here. There's a oxygen shower head. We just have it down there because the trailer is winterized right now, so we don't want to get the antifreeze everywhere. This thing is really cool. I forget what the brand is called, but basically it's a bypass. So if you turn it this way, it'll recirculate the water while it's heating up. Once it's hot, this will change color, and then you turn it back on. It can save you a ton of water and let you have a nice hot shower without having to wait for the water to come up. There's your sink, nice vanity. Got lots of storage inside there. Good under sink storage here. You got your vent fan and a skylight in here. Toilet, standard RV toilet. It's actually ceramic, which is nice. Holds on pretty well. So yeah, it's nice in there. These are your bunk beds. Actually a pretty decent size. you know, I'm not saying it would be an adult's favorite place to sleep, but they definitely can. I think they have like a 300 or 400 pound weight capacity. They also each have their own little reading light and USB outlets. Great if somebody wants to read a book at night or have an outlet, charge a phone or something. And down here, you know, storage, so you have the tie-down straps or hooks for the, and then you put it in here. And like I said, this can fold up. And this is a little table that mounts onto the couch here. We have great storage here under the TV up here. In here, these are the cables for the 5G antenna that's mounted on the roof. You know, if you get like a peplink router or something like that, you basically just hook up those cables and you have really solid internet access, which can be really nice. So with that, I'll convert this over to sleeping mode so you can see the beds and whatnot. We'll resume from there. All right, and we're back, set up for sleeping. You can see the jackknife sofa here folds flat. Again, like for a taller person, this gets pretty snug, but you know, for a kid or a shorter person, it's not too bad. The Murphy bed here, it's actually a full queen size bed, and we've upgraded the mattress to, you know, a nice foam mattress from rvmattress.com, so it's way better than what came from the factory. Back inside here, there's some nice little cubbies that have, let's see, some USB outlets, and there's reading lights down here. Same on the other side. It's pretty convenient when you're hanging out at night. Oh, the skylight here is pretty cool. So you can see there's a ton of latches, so it takes a little bit to get it open, but you can pop it open either just a little bit, or you can have it wide open. You get great circulation with that. You can kind of stargaze at night. When it's open, you can use this as a bug screen, or you can use it for a little bit of shade during the day. Or on the flip side, if you don't want to be woken up by the sun, it's a full blackout shade. That works pretty well. Speaking of, there's, you know, good quality shades all around the camper. Sometimes they get a little stuck up in here. Again, this is tricky to do with one hand, but yeah, they're just pull down shades. So they work pretty well. A bunch of storage there behind the couch. And yeah, again, the bunks there. TV's 12 volts. Honestly, we never really use it, but it's a TV. It works. And then microwave is just a regular microwave. It's not convection. And yeah, so with that, I'll close things up for road mode so you can see what that looks like. All right, and we're back in road mode. So you can see the slide is in. And you can actually get through here still great, even with the table installed. You can get through and access the fridge. The fridge can fully open and close, so it's great if you're just making a pit stop around the road and need access to the bathroom, or you want to throw some groceries in. Yeah, super easy. And there's also kind of the table installed. We actually often travel with the table installed just so it's not sliding around or bouncing around or whatever. And here you can see the bed closed again, and what that looks like in road mode. Get back out through the door. Yeah, so it's a good setup. We'll get everything closed up outside, and we'll check out the trailer with that. All right, so now we're all hooked up, ready to go. You can see here, all the safety chains are in good shape. The cable's good, and hooked up through the True Course. You can bypass that if you want. We got a breakaway cable, and oh, something else that's worth calling out here. So the tongue jack here looks a little different, right? It's not the pedestal. So what that lets you do, sorry, the hitch is a little sticky, is you can actually open your truck bed without too much trouble, which is pretty convenient if you're using that storage. Yeah, but otherwise, here's the trailer kind of in road mode, all packed up and ready to go. Give it a walk around. But yeah, this trailer's been great. We've been happy with it, but we just yeah, so we were looking for something else, maybe a bit more space. We ended up not doing as much boondocking as we thought. We ended up kind of staying in a campground, so we got something a bit more appropriate for that. So passing this along to somebody else, going to take on some good adventures. Tow's super great. You know, it's definitely a little bit heavy, but with that suspension, it feels rock solid behind you. It never sways or pulls you around or anything. But yeah, it's been a great trailer, and hopefully it'll be super fun for you as well. This is for sale in Lakewood, Colorado. Happy to arrange times for folks to check it out. Feel free to reach out. Certainly, if you have any questions, reach out. Happy to answer whatever's going on. Thanks. Hey there, 2 quick things I forgot to mention before. First up is this weight distribution hitch. So it's a Kurt hitch, and it comes with the trailer. For most tow vehicles, we definitely recommend it. It's, again, kind of heavy, but definitely doable. The hitch is great. It's really easy to use. It's nothing fancy, but gets the job done. Works great. Pretty low maintenance. Just need to throw some grease in it every once in a while. The other thing I forgot to mention is that we have this RV keyless lock on here. So there are, as you can see, keyholes that are fallback in case the battery dies. But you can set a code to enter. So if you don't have your keys on you, or you're going out for a hike or something, you don't want to deal with that, you have that. It also comes with a key fob, a wireless key fob that you can use to unlock it just like you would for your car. Super convenient, super easy to use. The batteries last forever. I think we've changed them once in 2 years. So yeah, just wanted to add those 2 in. Thanks.